In the original timeline, Bardock, the father of Goku, died a tragic hero, vaporized by the tyrant Frieza, his final moments lost to the vacuum of space. He was sent back in time, a cosmic fluke where he fought Frieza's ancestor, Chilled. He won, sparking the legend of the Super Saiyan. But he died in the past, his legacy merely a ghost story that terrified Frieza into destroying the Saiyan race, a closed loop of destruction. But what if Bardock didn't just win? What if he didn't accept his fate as a relic of the past? What if the stone he threw didn't just ripple the water, but crush the riverbed? Today, we enter a timeline where the father of Goku becomes the god of his people. A timeline where the prince of all Saiyans has a rival not on Earth, but in the bunk next to him. A timeline where the Cold Empire faces its extinction event in age 737. Part 1, the Ancient Blood. Scene 1, the Divergence Point. Location, Planet Plant, Ancient Past. The sky is a bruised purple. Lightning thick as tree trunks arcs across the horizon. Bardock stands on a precipice of jagged rock. His armor is shattered, exposing a chest crisscrossed with lacerations. One eye is swollen shut. His breathing is wet heavy, the sound of a broken engine trying to turn over. Opposite him hovers Lord Chilled, small, rotund, vile. The ancestor of Frieza floats with that distinct, arrogant casualness, his tail lazily flicking behind him. Chilled, laughing a high-pitched screech. Is that it? Is this the power of the savior? You dirty monkeys are all the same, just noise. Chilled raises a single finger. The air pressure drops instantly. A sphere of chaotic, purple energy, a death razor manifests. It screams like a dying star. Chilled, die. He flicks his finger. The energy ball accelerates. Match 50. Match 100, it tears a trench through the ground, vaporizing the soil into plasma before it even touches it. Bardock watches it come. In his mind, the visions flash. Planet Vegeta burning, Kakarot crying in a pod. His crew dead in the meat way. Bardock, internal monologue. No, not here, I will not be a memory. The snap. It happens in the synapse between neurons. A floodgate in Bardock's cells, repressed by centuries of evolution, shatters under the weight of his rage. The atmosphere warps. A golden aura, violent and jagged, erupts from Bardock's core. It don't just push the air away, it incinerates it. The ground beneath him creates a spiderweb crater, instantly depressing 10 feet deep solely from the weight of his ki. Bardock's hair spikes up, turning the color of molten gold. His teal eyes vanish, replaced by a blind green rage. The death razor is inches from his face. Bardock's hand moves. It's not a blur, it is a teleportation of mass. He backhands the energy blast. Crack thumb. The sound of the deflection hits 3 seconds later. The death razor is slapped away with such kinetic force that it flies into the upper atmosphere and detonates, turning the purple sky into a blinding white day for half the hemisphere. Chilled's eyes widen, his pupils contract to pinpricks. His scouter explodes, the glass driving into his eye, but he don't even feel it. He is paralyzed by the pressure. Bardock, Super Saiyan Chilled, Bardock vanishes. Spatial displacement, the air where Bardock stood collapses into a vacuum. He reappears directly in front of Chilled. Nose to nose, the look on Chilled's face is pure, unadulterated horror. Bardock, this is for the future. Bardock drives a fist into Chilled's gut. Micro detail we see, the impact in X-ray slow motion. Chilled's bio armor buckles. His ribs pulverize into dust. His internal organs are compressed against his spine. The shockwave ripples out of Chilled's back, forming a perfect cone of displaced air that stretches for miles behind him, shearing the tops off distant mountains. Chilled coughs. A wet, violet splatter of blood. Chilled.
Ooh, what are you?
Bardock grabs Chilled by the face. His grip is hydraulic. Smoke rises, fingers touch Chilled's skin. Bardock, I am the nightmare you leave for your children. Bardock don't throw him. He don't blast him, he squeezes. Ki floods from Bardock's palm directly into Chilled's skull. Flash. A pillar of golden light erupts, consuming the tyrant completely. There is no body left. No warning sent to his family. Just atoms scattering into the wind. The legend is born. But this time the legend survives. Part 2, the long sleep. Scene 2, the logic of survival. Bardock powers down, collapsing to his knees. The golden flame flickers out. He is stranded in the past, but he is a tactician. He scans the area. Chilled's ship is still docked nearby. He enters the vessel. The technology is advanced. The precursors to the healing tanks and stasis pods the Frieza Force uses in the future. Bardock, I can't fly this back to the future. I don't know the math. But he looks at the stasis cryo pods. They are designed for deep space travel, keeping the occupant in suspended animation for decades. He hacks the console. He sets the wake up timer. He calculates the dates. He needs to wake up before age 737. He needs to wake up before Frieza lifts a finger against his home. Bardock, sleep well, Kakarot. Daddy's coming. He climbs in. The fluid fills the chamber. The ice takes him. Civilizations rise and fall on planet Plant. The Tuffles appear. The Saiyans arrive on their wrecked ship. The war happens. King Vegeta rises. The annexation by King Cold. Bardock sleeps through it all, buried deep beneath the ruins of the ancient Badlands, hidden from scouters, hidden from history. Part 3, The Awakening, age 737. Scene 3, The Day of Destruction. Location, Planet Vegeta time. 1 hour before planetary destruction. The atmosphere is tense. King Vegeta is dead, killed by Frieza earlier that morning on the ship. Vegeta, still a kid, is off-world. Goku, whose name is now Kakarot, is in his nursing capsule, wailing. Bardock, the version of this timeline, doesn't exist because he is the Bardock sleeping underground. Timeline paradox resolved. The Bardock of this time would have been born, but for the sake of the loop, let's assume the universe corrects itself. There is only one Bardock soul. Deep underground, a warning light blinks red. System alert. Target date reached. Stasis disengaged. The ground shakes. Not an earthquake. A heartbeat. The ruins of the ancient Badlands explode outward. A figure rises from the dust, coughing up centuries-old cryo fluid. Bardock looks at his hands. He hasn't aged a day. But his power has been stewing. The Zenkai boost from the chilled fight combined with centuries of metabolic preservation has settled his energy. He looks up, he can feel it. A malicious, massive K signature in orbit. It's Frieza. Bardock, about damn time. Part 4, The God of War versus the Tyrant. Scene 4, Orbital Interception, space above planet Vegeta. Frieza's massive saucer ship looms. Thousands of Frieza Force soldiers pour out like angry hornets. First form Frieza sits in his hover pod, sipping wine. Zarbon and Dodoria flank him. Frieza! My. The fireworks display is going to be beautiful. Zarbon, open a channel to the Saiyans. I want to hear them scream. Suddenly, a sensor on the ship screams, Scouter, beep, 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 error. Zarbon, Lord Frieza, something is launching from the surface. Is it a pod? Dodoria, it's moving too fast. Match 300 hits. A golden streak punches through the bottom of Frieza's saucer ship and erupts out of the top deck. The hull screams as metal is liquefied. Bardock lands on the deck of the ship, surrounded by thousands of soldiers. He is already in Super Saiyan. The golden aura illuminates the darkness of space. Frieza spills his wine. What is that? The soldiers, terrified and confused, rush him. The slaughter. This is not a fight. It is a blender. Bardock doesn't punch. He simply flies through them. He accelerates. He becomes a golden line of death. He zips through the chest of an Apul race soldier, the kinetic force exploding the soldier into a mist of purple rain. He spins, his tail acting like a whip of iron, decapitating 3 soldiers at once. Bardock stops instantly from max speed. The inertia transfers into the air, creating a shockwave that flattens 50 soldiers against the hull of the ship, crushing their armor into their chests. He walks toward Frieza. The deck melts under his boots. Dodoria, you filth! I'll crush you. Dodoria fires his maximum buster. Bardock doesn't dodge. He opens his mouth and shouts, Ki! An invisible wall of spirit pressure erupts from Bardock's lungs. It catches Dodoria's blast, reverses it, and envelopes Dodoria. Dodoria screams as he is disintegrated layer by layer. Zarbon, trembling, monster. Bardock looks at Zarbon. Bardock, get off my planet. He backhands the air. The wind pressure alone hits Zarbon, launching him into deep space. He twinkles like a star and vanishes. Now it is just Bardock and Frieza. Frieza! His eye twitches. That hair, that golden light, you are the thing my family whispered about. The Super Saiyan. Bardock, I am not a legend. Frieza. The guy who killed your great-grandfather. Frieza snaps. Frieza. Insolence. Frieza launches a death beam. It moves at light speed. Bardock tilts his head. The beam sings to few hairs but misses. Bardock vanishes. He reappears sitting on the hood of Frieza's hover pod. Frieza gasps, Bardock, you're weak. Bardock places his hand on Frieza's chest. Spirit cannon, no charge time, just raw power. Boom. The blast blows Frieza out of his pod, through the ship's control tower, and out into space. Frieza is tumbling, his armor shattered. He screams in rage, his body beginning to morph. He is trying to transform into his second form. Bardock. Oh, no you don't. Bardock flies above the ship. He raises his right hand. A blue sphere of energy forms, the final spirit cannon. But amplified by Super Saiyan energy, it turns a swirling electric white. Bardock, this ends now. He hurls it. The blast catches Frieza mid-transformation. Frieza tries to hold it back. His hands burn. Frieza, I am Lord Frieza. The spirit cannon consumes him. It drags him down down past the atmosphere, past the curvature of the planet, and drives him into the sun of the Vegeta system. We see a distant twinkle, then nothing. The Frieza force is decapitated. The planet is saved. Part 5, The New World Order, Scene 5, The Return of the Kingmaker. Bardock descends to the capital city. He powers down to base form. His armor is battered, but he stands tall. The Saiyan elites are confused. King Vegeta is dead, killed previously. The planet was shaking. The sky was red. Now the alien ships are drifting dead in orbit. Bardock walks into the royal throne room. Nappa is there, guarding the young Prince Vegeta who had just returned. Baby Kakarot is in the lower chamber. Young Vegeta. Who are you? Where is my father, Bardock? Your father is dead, boy. Killed by the lizard I just threw into the sun. The court gas whispers of treason. Nappa steps forward. Nappa, you watch your tongue. Low, class scum. That is the prince. Bardock looks at Nappa. His power level in base is now far beyond the king's. Bardock, I am Bardock, and I am the Super Saiyan. He flashes the gold for a split second. The pressure cracks the windows of the palace. Nappa falls to his knees, unable to breathe. Young Vegeta's eyes widen, not in fear, but in awe. Bardock, listen to me. We are done taking orders. We don't sell planets anymore. We keep them. Bardock refuses the crown. He knows he is a soldier, not a king. He installs Prince Vegeta as the king despite his youth, acting as his regent and protector. But he has one demand. He goes to the incubator room. He finds Kakarot. The baby is crying. Bardock places his hand on the glass. Bardock, Jane, I kept my promise. He grows up here. The ripple effects. Age 737, 750. Kakarot, he is never sent to Earth. He is raised as a Saiyan elite. His name remains Kakarot. However, because Bardock is his father, Kakarot is trained personally by the Super Saiyan. He is not the soft-hearted Goku who we know. He is a warrior. But Bardock, having seen the future, teaches him discipline and mercy, traits unusual for Saiyans. Bardock knows that ruthlessness gets you killed. Controlled power makes you a god. Vegeta. He grows up with a complex. The low-class Bardock is stronger than him. This drives Vegeta to train harder than in the original timeline. He is obsessed with achieving the Super Saiyan form to reclaim his birthright superiority. On Earth, without Goku, Earth is chaotic. Grandpa Gohan lives a peaceful life. Bulma still searches for Dragon Balls. She likely finds them. She wishes for a boyfriend. Or strawberries. The Red Ribbon Army rises. Without Goku to stop them, they conquer the world. Dr. Gero has infinite resources. He doesn't build androids to kill Goku. He builds them to secure global domination. King Piccolo, Pilaf eventually releases him. Piccolo Damao fights the Red Ribbon Army. It's a war between tech and magic. Kami watches in horror, the Cold Empire. King Cold senses Frieza's death. He is furious. Cooler is intrigued. They do not rush. They gather the full might of the cosmos. They want to wipe out the monkeys entirely. Part 6. The First Saga, The Cold War. Time, age 753, 16 years later. Location, planet Vegeta's thriving. Technology has advanced using the scavenged Frieza ships. Kakarot is 16 years old. He wears Saiyan armor. He looks like Turles Goku, but with a sharper edge to his eyes. Vegeta is 21. He is the king. He is powerful, arrogant, but respects Bardock. Kakarot versus Vegeta gravity chamber. 100G Kakarot and Vegeta are sparing. No Super Saiyan yet for them. They move at hypersonic speeds. Vegeta throws a Gallic gun. Kakarot counters with a final spirit cannon taught by Bardock. The beams clash, the room shakes. Vegeta dives through the smoke, landing a knee to Kakarot's chin. Kakarot flips backward using his tail. Yes, they still have tails to grab a gravity drone and fling it at Vegeta. Vegeta blasts the drone. Vegeta, you're getting slow, Kakarot. Is this how the son of the legend fights? Kakarot, I am just warming up, your majesty. Suddenly, the intercom buzzes. Bardock, enough playing. Get to the war room. We have visitors. A massive fleet has entered the system, larger than anything Frieza ever had. The flagship is colossal. King Cold and Cooler have arrived. Scene 6, the battle for the homeworld. Bardock, physically aged slightly, but still in prime, stands on the landing platform. Behind him, King Vegeta, Kakarot, Nappa, Raditz, and an army of elites. The alien ship descends. King Cold steps out. He is massive. His power is suffocating. Cooler steps out in his fourth form, King Cold. So, this is the zoo where my son was murdered. Bardock, we prefer the graveyard of your empire. Cooler, cocky monkeys. I will enjoy breaking you matchups. Bardock versus King Cold, the heavyweights. King Vegeta and Kakarot versus Cooler, the prodigies. Raditz Nappa and the army versus the Armored Squadron and Cold Force. Bardock versus King Cold. Bardock wastes no time. Ha! He transforms into Super Saiyan. The golden aura explodes. King Cold sneers. Impressive light show. King Cold is deceptively fast. He swings his massive sword. Bardock catches the blade between his palms. The ground beneath them shatters into a crater the size of a stadium. Bardock twists his hips and shatters the sword with a knee strike. Shards of alien metal fly like shrapnel, cutting the faces of nearby soldiers. Bardock punches Cold in the gut. Cold doesn't budge. He smiles. Cold, strong, but I am not my son. Cold transforms lore expansion. Cold has a transformation similar to Final Form Frieza, but bulkier. Cold's power skyrocket. He grabs Bardock by the face and drags him through the concrete of the spaceport, grinding his head against the stone for 500 meters. Bardock kicks free, backflipping into the air. He fires a volley of ki blasts. Cold swipes them away like flies. Bardock, panning, he's stronger than Frieza! Meanwhile, Kakarot and Vegeta versus Cooler. Cooler is dismantling them. Vegeta fires a Big Bang attack. Cooler teleports behind him. Cooler, too slow. Cooler kicks Vegeta in the spine. We hear the crack. Vegeta falls, paralyzed momentarily. Kakarot screams. Vegeta. Kakarot rushes Cooler. He uses the Kaioken. Wait, how does he have Kaioken? He doesn't. He needs a Saiyan equivalent. Kakarot uses Spirit Surge, a technique Bardock developed, forcing Ki to overload the muscles. Red lightning crackles around Kakarot. He lands a punch on Cooler's face. Cooler's head snaps back. Cooler wipes a drop of blood from his lip. Cooler, you made me bleed. Good. Now I can kill you without regret. Cooler transforms. Final form Cooler. The mask slides over his face. Spikes erupt. He disappears. He reappears holding Kakarot by the throat. Cooler, goodbye, monkey. Bardock sees this. He sees his son about to die. The trauma of the visions. Kakarot dying in every timeline hits him, but Bardock is pinned down by King Cold. Bardock screams. Kakarot. Vegeta, broken on the ground, looks up. He sees the low-class warrior Kakarot about to die. He sees the strongest warrior, Bardock, struggling. His pride snaps. I am the king. I am the prince of all Saiyans. I will not be saved by a low-class family. I will be the legend. Vegeta's ascension. Inside Vegeta, the royal blood boils. The humiliation serves as the trigger. Lightning strikes the ground around Vegeta. His hair flares up. His eyes turn teal. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan first in this generation. Vegeta, get your hands off my subject. Vegeta launches off the ground. The sonic boom shatters the windows of the palace 5 miles away. He drop kicks Cooler in the side of the head. Cooler's mask shatters. His head is displaced sideways so fast his neck creates a vacuum spiral. Cooler is launched into a mountain range, obliterating 3 peaks instantly. Kakarot falls gasping. He looks at Vegeta. Kakarot surprised. You did it. Vegeta in Super Saiyan form, smirking, blood dripping from his forehead. Bow down, Kakarot. You're looking at the Super Saiyan King. And this where we end today. We have reached the first major divergence and the climax of the Cold War saga. Current status: Bardock alive. Form SSJ fighting King Cold. Vegeta just unlocked SSJ fighting final form Cooler. Kakarot base form high power injured. Earth ignored for now, ruled by Red Ribbon Piccolo. Do you wish to see the next part, the end of the Cold Empire and the android threat? Then comment continue.